What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City video, where today we're going to be continuing having a look at some players that Man City could sign this summer. And today we're going to be looking at fullbacks. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the right back position. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Remember, going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates from June 1st for you guys to enjoy here on YouTube, where I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news ahead of a very busy summer transfer window. You don't want to miss a thing, so do make sure you have subscribed. It is free. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video, and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including which right back would you like to see Man City sign this summer. So having a look at a bit of context then for the right back position, we know that Man City are going to be losing Kyle Walker this summer. He left Man City in the January transfer window. He went out on loan to AC Milan. They've got a purchase option to bring Kyle Walker in permanently. Remains to be seen as to whether they're going to take up that option, but Pep Guardiola has already confirmed that Kyle Walker doesn't have a future at Man City. He won't be travelling to the Club World Cup. He won't be Man City's captain. So Kyle Walker at Man City, as far as I'm concerned, done and dusted, whether that be another loan for the upcoming season or if that's to be a permanent transfer. We also have some question marks about the future of Matheus Nunes, who is being linked with the exit door. We'll see if he ends up leaving Man City or not. I think a lot here depends on what Matheus Nunes wants to do. Does he want to leave Man City this summer, or does he want to stay? That remains to be seen. But what I am expecting is Man City having a good look at fullbacks and to be targeting a right back. If we could bring in a homegrown right back to replace Kyle Walker as a like for like, then great. If not, then I'm sure there'll be other contingencies put in plan by Man City. So we're going to have a look at 5 players that City could target, starting off first with Wesley, one of the hottest demands when it comes to an upcoming prospect in that right back position, and a player that's been heavily linked over the last 4 weeks or so with a move to Man City. Is a 21-year-old right back from Flamengo in Brazil. The Brazilian has made 8 appearances so far in the Brazilian league. He's not got any goals and got 1 assist. Standing at 5'10", not proven in Europe. And I would chance this if he was available for a good price. It's believed, though, that Flamengo are wanting between £33.5 and £37.5 million this summer. There's a lot of interest coming in from Europe in Wesley. We know there's a lot of interest coming in from the Premier League, including from Manchester City. It's a whopping amount of money to be spending on a player who doesn't have any experience in Europe. So it remains to be seen as to whether Man City want to make a move. Wesley is one of many names that Man City are contemplating when it comes to fullbacks and when it comes to right backs as well, but a player worthy of putting in this video for this summer. Now moving on, I want to speak about Nicolo Savona, the 22-year-old Italian right back from Juventus, another right back that's been heavily linked with a move to Man City over the last month or so. He's made 27 appearances in Serie A with Juventus this season. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist. When I'm not seeing many goals and assists, it tells me that they're more of a defensive-minded player rather than an attacking player who likes to get forward. So I'm looking and thinking that Wesley's more of a defensive-minded right back, same with Savona as well. Now, he is very much a squad player at Juventus, believed to be available for an affordable price of around £10 to £15 million. A cheap option here for Man City, but also an option nonetheless. Not for me, though. I think there are better fullbacks out there that City could be targeting, in particular when replacing Kyle Walker. And the last thing I want to see is Man City just trying to be prudent in bringing in a right back who isn't the correct right back for them. I know Savona is of the right age that City would be looking at 22 22 years old, got experience in a European league as well. But I just think there are better options for City. But as I said, is an option, just not the option that I would be going for. But as his name is out there, again, worthy of putting in the video. Now, the next player also plays for Juventus is Andrea Cambiaso. I know Kambiaso is a left back, but he's versatile. He can play at right back as well. He can use both feet, can play in midfield as well. To me, a very versatile player, a player that Pep Guardiola would absolutely love. I'm not entirely sure he'd be using him as a right back if we did bring Kambiaso in, but would be seen probably as a fullback. 25 years old, versatile, as I said. He can use both feet. Plays for Juventus, an Italian international. Is first choice around the Juventus first team. 32 appearances in Serie A with 2 goals and 3 assists. Again, more of a defensive-minded player. Quite a physical player. Stands in at just under 6 feet tall. He's a player that can cover both left back and right back. With him being both-footed, he's very useful as well. And that's a huge bonus as far as I'm concerned. But he is more expensive. We're looking at over £50 million to make this transfer happen, and he is also a little injury prone, which is why the rumours of Kambiaso have gone very quiet, because it was looking nailed on in the January transfer window that Kambiaso was going to be the player that City were going to bring in. They decided not to pursue it at the end of the window in the expectation that they would be making a move in the summer, and I remember saying in the January window that I wouldn't rule out City getting an agreement in place before the summer transfer window, yet here we are with interest cooling every single day on Kambiaso, and that is because he's been picking up some niggling injuries, and I think City are having second thoughts about this transfer, in particular with him costing over £50 million. So that's why it's gone cool, and Man City looking elsewhere when it comes to players. Now, moving on, and this player believed to be the first choice that Man City are looking at when it comes to fullbacks, when it comes to a right back, and that is Tino Livramento, the 22-year-old fullback from Newcastle. Again, like Kambiaso, he's a right back rather than a left back, but he can cover at left back as well. Good with both feet, Premier League proven and homegrown. Would make sense to replace Kyle Walker with a fantastic English fullback in Tino Livramento. Made 36 appearances in the Premier League. He's not got any goals and has 1 assist a game. More of a defensive-minded fullback. With all these fullbacks being linked with Man City, I would suggest that City are probably looking at a more defensive-minded right back. And Man City like their right backs to be able to play at centre-back as well. But what I don't think Man City would turn their nose up at is having a fullback who can cover both on the right-hand side and the left-hand side, which I think is always of a benefit, and if they can use both feet as well, and that's a really good bonus. Now, Tino Livramento has plenty of potential. He's comfortable playing in both right back and left back and using both feet as well. A real good player. The only problem that we've got here is Newcastle will not want to sell Livramento this summer. He would command a really big fee, and it all depends on, does Livramento want to move to Man City, and I think it gets even more complicated by the fact that Newcastle have secured Champions League football along with Manchester City for next season, so I just can't see Livramento forcing that move. But he is a player that Man City want. He's a player that Man City admire. How they're going to go about this transfer, I'm not entirely sure. It all depends on what other deals City can get covered in their squad, and if they can have a spare bit of money to be able to splash a bit more money to bring in Tino Livramento as their right back, then so be it. But we'll have to wait and see. It is thought that Livramento is City's dream choice at right back to replace Kyle Walker, so we'll see if the club can make it happen. Now, the other player I want to speak about, and the final player of today's video, is Daniel Munoz, the 29-year-old Colombian right back from Crystal Palace. Now, Munoz is fantastic at getting forward. All these players that we've named in today's video are real good defensive players. Munoz is a player that likes to get forward, and he caused all kinds of problems against Man City in the FA Cup final for Crystal Palace. He's a great wing-back. If we want to go with a back three and have a player who can play a right wing-back rather than a traditional right-back, then Munoz would be a player to consider. 29 years old, he's very experienced. It's not really the age that City have been looking at. City like to target players normally between the ages of around 18 to 24, 25 years old. So Munoz obviously 4 years older than what we normally target here, but could be an option. He's made 36 appearances in the Premier League, 4 goals, 6 assists, Premier League proven, a really, really good player, and I thought a player just worthy of making the video and speaking about in this video as well. Again, remains to be seen as to whether Munoz would want to pursue a move away from Crystal Palace, but I thought he's had a really solid season and deserves to be spoken about when it comes to speaking about players who can play on the right hand side of defence. It's all about, does City want a traditional right back, or do they want to look at a wing back? What are we looking at here? Full backs, wing backs? Who knows? Pep Guardiola trying to second guess him. Very difficult. So they're just 5 players City could look at to try and replace Kyle Walker this summer. Let me know in the comments below, which right back would you like to see Man City sign this summer and why? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video as well. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Remember, daily Man City transfer updates coming from June 1st for you guys to enjoy throughout the whole summer transfer window. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description as well if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. If I've got enough info for a transfer update today, I'll have a transfer update out later on today. If not, more than likely it will be tomorrow. And tomorrow I think we'll be looking at some left backs that Man City could target as well. So do stay tuned for that. Plenty more transfer content coming up this week covering Manchester City. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.